Hey you guys, it's Jeannie with Ingenious. I don't know if you can see me. There I am. Hi you guys. Here we go again. I can't believe it. It's November and we are just about getting hit by Nicole. Right now I'm in South Florida. I'm in Pembroke Pines down here. So I'm going to wait it out a little bit. And then tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, hopefully it'll be going through Vero and I'll get to see a little bit of the aftermath. But right now, I've got Nick, my editor-in-chief, gonna take some videos up in our area to show you what's going on here and there. So here, being Pembroke Pines, it's just rainy. That's all. Just a little bit of rain, not a lot of wind. But I'm gonna try and show you. Hold on. It's raining, but not a lot as far as the trees. All right, we'll take you to Nick. Maybe he can show us what's going on in Vero.
Hey you guys, it's Nick. It's Ingenious' editor, and I'm back here in Vero Beach, like Jeannie said, and basically the storm's just now getting here. We got the outer bands just starting to get to us, but it's not bad at all. We're just getting a little bit of rain, not heavy rain, not light rain, more, moderate rain. The trees are starting to sway a little bit, no heavy gusts, really. Occasionally we might get a gust, actually. And the trees kind of bend a little bit. We've had a couple branches break, mostly dead branches. Nothing major. It's not too bad here yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I get footage for you guys, so you guys can go ahead and see how it's doing here in Vero Beach. But basically, we'll go ahead and keep you posted. So.
Good evening. I'm Chief Certified Meteorologist Betty Davis tracking Hurricane Nicole. Maximum sustained winds of 75 miles per hour. And as of the 7 p.m. advisory, the center of circulation about 20 miles east-northeast of Freeport, Grand Bahama Islands, and about 100 miles east of West Palm Beach, Florida. It is moving west at 13 miles per hour. The core getting closer to that east-central coast of Florida, and the rain bands, well, they have arrived. Here is the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. This is an up-close view of where the expected landfall takes place later tonight near that midnight 1 a.m. hour. Comes in as a hurricane. That is the forecast right in the vicinity of Fort Pierce, Florida.
The wind's starting to pick up, you guys. Rain's also starting to pick up. Starting to lighten right at the moment I say that, but yeah, the rain's starting to pick up. It's starting to rain pretty heavy in gusts, as well as the wind. But yeah, it's starting to come in, so here it comes. We're starting to lose signal on the TV. So now we just gotta listen to the rain and the wind outside. It's starting to pick up. It's howling out there.
That's what our weather spotters are doing for us tonight. New video here showing rain bands hitting the West Vero Beach area. Dan and Vincent sending this in to us from State Road 60, he says, in the 82nd Avenue right near I-95.
Pouring rain in the riverside. The numbers climbing slowly through the evening, and there's a track across central Florida, and then up the
There
east
we are.
coast after that.
Right in the middle of the cone.
Thank you. Emergency Operations
Should
Center
be a fun time.
At the Palm Beach County EOC south wind.
Bands are starting to come in, as you can see. We're not supposed to get landfall until 1 in the morning. Right now it's about 11, but there we are. Bands are coming in towards Vero.
You guys saying that earlier today.
So.
You guys broke down the weather.
I don't know if you can see, you can hear the wind. Just a little bit of rain coming through. Gusts of winds down here, but not that much. Just a constant drizzle. Ooh.
In the last 2 hours or so, the winds have really picked up. It is hard to believe that it is November and this is happening, but here we are. I'm going to step out of the way and you can see the surf it is just absolutely rough. And you can see that our view has actually narrowed a little bit. That's because there's a whole team of storm chasers from around the country. They are where we are. Some of the people who live in Vero Beach, who have been here for a long time, say they are bracing for this.
It's after midnight. Still really nothing in Pembroke Pines. Oh, wait, no. Makes it really light. There you go.
Starting to rain real good now, guys. It's about to make landfall probably within the next hour. Wind's starting to kick up. Rain's starting to come down heavy. You can see it right there in the light. It's coming down pretty good, so we're about to batten down the hatches. I might show a little bit of the landfall, but obviously trying to be safe out here. So, yep, it's getting windy.
And one of those reporters we were just talking about a moment ago before the break, Matt Cesney, has been tracking the current conditions out of Vero Beach. He's there currently. Matt, give us an update.
Yeah, we actually came back over the bridge from the beach. We're on Route 1 right now in Vero Beach. So the first thing I can tell you is the power's on in this part of Vero Beach, which is a good thing. Now, there have been a lot of cars on the road. We've seen a lot of police, a lot of sheriff's deputies up and down. About 15 minutes ago, though, it was raining really hard out here, like coming down hard. The wind was blowing, it's still blowing pretty good. There was some minor street flooding starting, but then the rain kind of stopped as the wind kept going, and then those drains kind of caught up for the most part. So a lot of the flooding we had seen earlier is now starting to dissipate as the drains kind of catch up to all the flooding. The winds, though, still very strong, even here on this side away from the barrier island. I think when we spoke to you last in the 11 o'clock hour, we were getting wind gusts over 60 miles an hour down on the barrier island, and some of those 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts were being recorded at the airport in Vero, inland where we are. And so for the most part, we've got those sustained winds. For the most part, they weren't coming directly out of the north. I don't know, I'm kind of getting a sense they're coming out of northeast now. Maybe we're getting to the point where the eye of Nicole is getting closer to the coast, and we're starting to get that shift in the wind. But it is still kicking up pretty good. But for the most part, we've seen a lot of boarded up homes around here. We haven't seen many people out. Certainly once it got dark, a lot of the people who were sightseeing and looking at things all kind of went home. And for the most part, things look pretty good, at least in this part of Vero Beach where we are.
Steve.
Alrighty, you guys. This is going to be my last video for the night. The storm is just about to pick up again. We're coming out of the eye. You know, the winds are starting to pick up. It says on the news that it's about 70-mile-an-hour gusts and about 35-mile-an-hour constant wind. I'm not exactly sure if that's accurate or not. Feels relatively windy out here. We're expecting the rain to go ahead and pick up here again in a couple minutes. It's about 2 in the morning right now. There goes the wind. Like I said, it's about 2 in the morning right now. I'm gonna be up around, I don't know, maybe 7, 8 to go ahead and show you guys where the storm's at and how we made out, or how we're making out, depending on where the storm's sitting. So we'll see you in the morning. Good night.
Good morning. It is the day after the storm, and as usual, it is always the most gorgeous day right after a storm. A couple casualties. That's about it. Absolutely gorgeous day. We'll have to see what's happening up in Vero. I'm still down in Pembroke Pines. I'll be going up there to see what's going on. But absolutely gorgeous. Just south of Fort Lauderdale.
Good morning. You can see most of the winds died down. We're still getting a little bit, not too much. Every once in a while you get a little swirl of wind, little gust, but most of the rain slowed down. It's very light right now. It's sprinkling, but most of the storm's already passed. We're just barely getting the last little bit of the outer bands. So we didn't get hardly anything here. You know, it really wasn't that bad. You know, it made landfall right a little south of us here in Vero, but you know, it definitely wasn't as bad as some people had predicted. there wasn't hardly any storm surge, you know, nothing bad. So definitely a good thing for us. But we're gonna go ahead and show you a little bit of the aftermath, see, you know, go downtown and see what happened there. And we'll see what happened with Jeannie down in Pembroke Pines as well. So
high waves. Video sent in now from a viewer. This is flooding Vero Beach after Hurricane Nicole made landfall. That landfall about 3 o'clock this morning. Tina Carone sending this in. This is an area near A1A, near the bridge. And we are hearing that the water levels, at least at one point, were knee-deep.
All right, thank you, Tina, for that.
Back to what we're seeing now. There you go. Much calmer there. Vero Beach, I-95. This is right around State Route 60 earlier. Much wetter.
alrighty, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and take a drive around, you know, Vero and see how everything turned out, kind of see the aftermath of the storm, see if there's any flooding, see if anything's damaged or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a montage of everything. The yard here is perfectly fine. You can see a couple of, you know, leaves, nothing major, but we're gonna go ahead and drive around town and show you guys what's up.
Hey you guys, I'm back in town. I just came up from South Florida. We did okay down there. It wasn't as bad as they thought. Some rain, as you saw, a little bit of wind. They called off the schools, closed a lot of things, appointments canceled. But today, everything looks nice. My ride home was great. As you saw, there's a flood of trucks coming out to help us All the electrical guys are out there working real hard. How about you?
It wasn't bad at all. I mean, you guys can see there wasn't a lot in the aftermath of the storm. Not a lot of flooding or anything like that. There was some damage down by the river, as you guys will see. Nothing too serious, fortunately. But, you know, they had us scared on the news that there was a bunch of storm surge and stuff. There was a little bit of flooding in Vero. Really not that bad. It was mostly on roads and stuff and low level areas. But here we didn't have any flooding at all. Just a couple puddles and stuff, you know, drainage ditches full, but that's about it. Fortunately, we didn't get any damage either. So
I'm glad we all did great. Thanks for watching.
thank you guys.
We'll see you next time.
Subscribe.
Please subscribe. Stick with us.